On June 18th, Accenture reported its earnings, and by lunchtime, the stock had dropped almost 18%, the worst single day in the company's history. More than $20 billion wiped out in one morning. But the stock crash isn't the scary part. The actual jobs are, because this is the company the rest of the world hires to install AI. And it's now turning the same AI on its own staff. Over the past year, it's quietly cut thousands of its own people and told the ones still standing, learn to work with AI or you're out. And by the way, this isn't some small company with bad management. Accenture is the biggest consulting firm on the planet. Around 800,000 employees, more people than live in the entire city of Seattle. So what just happened to it isn't a one-off. It's a sign of something coming for the whole industry. Stick around because today I'm going to tell you how AI is slowly killing consultancy and whether anything can actually stop it. But to see where the industry is heading, you have to start with what spooked Wall Street that morning. Because on paper, the quarter wasn't even that bad. Revenue $18.7 billion, up 6%. Earnings per share up 9%. Margins actually went up. By every normal measure, a fine 3 months. So why did $20 billion evaporate before lunchtime? It wasn't what Accenture earned, it was what it told investors about what is to come. And if we zoom out for a second, a year ago, this stock traded around $307 a share. By that Thursday, it was about $128 and still falling as of time of filming. Roughly half the company gone in a year. So if the headline numbers were fine, what is Wall Street so scared of? One word, bookings. $19.3 billion. That's the number that did it. Bookings are basically Accenture's order book. The future work clients have already signed up for. And it came in down from a year ago, and 13% below the record they'd set just 1 quarter earlier. When the order book shrinks, the revenue follows 6 to 18 months later. So Wall Street isn't reacting to today. It's looking at that order book and seeing the slowdown that's already coming. And remember those job cuts I mentioned before? They're not just cost cutting. They're a tell that Accenture itself believes the scary version of this. I'll show you why in a second. So essentially, a big chunk of what Accenture sells is helping companies build software that connect their systems together. If AI can do more of that in less time, clients need fewer billable hours. One analyst put it bluntly, companies are happy to pay Accenture to write the AI strategy, and then just go build it themselves. Over the past year, Accenture pushed out more than 11,000 of its own people in an $865 million restructuring. And the CEO, Julia Sweet, said the quiet part out loud. The staff who can't be reskilled fast enough will, in her own words, be exited. That's not a company trimming cost. That is a company betting its own employees are about to be replaceable. One business lesson here, the moment you start selling a machine that does your own job, you better be building the next business faster than the machine eats your old one. And if you think this was just one company having a bad week, you could shrug and move on, but it isn't. Because it's not just Accenture, the whole consulting pyramid is cracking at the bottom. Take McKinsey, for example. The most prestigious consulting firm on earth is cutting around 10% of its workforce, 3,000 to 4,000 jobs. Their biggest cut since the 2008 financial crisis, and it's landing hardest on the analysts and associates, the junior people at the bottom. Deloitte did something even more telling. This month, it scrapped the old job title entirely for its 180,000 US staff. The whole analyst, consultant, manager ladder, gone. To see why that matters, you have to understand how these firms have made money for about a century. It's essentially a pyramid. A handful of senior partners at the top, and underneath them, an army of junior analysts doing the groundwork. The research, the slide building, the number crunching, that grunt work is exactly what AI does best. Pull out the whole button roll and the whole shape of the business changes. McKinsey already runs around 20,000 AI agents internally, up 500% in 18 months. And this is what people actually mean when they say AI is killing consultancy. It's not some dramatic overnight collapse. It's the bottom of the pyramid quietly disappearing. The entry-level jobs that used to turn a fresh graduate into a future partner gone before they're ever offered. And this isn't just happening to consultancy. The exact same thing is already happening inside what most people think is the safest white-collar job there is: accounting. The big four accounting firms now run audits with AI that reads 100% of a company's transactions instead of sampling a few. EY system checks every single journal entry. Deloitte's bots verify every vendor invoice. Work that used to take 4 weeks now takes 4 days. And hiring followed. Graduate job postings across the big four dropped about 44% in a single year. You can see it in the pipeline too. The number of Americans graduating with accounting degrees has been sliding for years, and fewer people are even sitting the CPA exam. The bottom of that ladder is thinning out in real time. Now, I want to be fair, because the doomed version of this is too easy. The US government's own labor data still counts about 1.6 million accountants and auditors, and it expects that number to grow, not shrink, through 2034. Its view is that AI makes the job more advisory, not extinct. But on the flip side, that same government data expects bookkeeping and accounting clerks, the routine data entry tier, to actually decline. So the machine isn't deleting the whole profession, it's quietly hollowing out the entry level. And it's not just these two fields. It's the first level of white-collar work, whatever fields you happen to be in, which is the exact same thing happening to consulting. So is AI really killing consultancy? Honestly, I don't think that's quite the right word, and the proof is in what Accenture did next. Because after cutting those 11,000 people, its headcount didn't shrink, it grew, back to around 800,000. But the people walking in are not the ones who walked out. Accenture now has more than 85,000 AI and data specialists, double what it had just 3 years ago. It's building whole new teams around them, a group of 25,000 built on top of Databricks. AI engineers it drops straight into clients' offices to build custom tools. People whose entire job is building AI agents. It quietly cut the traditional delivery staff and replaced them with the engineers who built the very thing that replaced them. So in my opinion, AI isn't killing consultancy, it's reshaping it. And every single year, the cost of AI falls, and the model gets smarter. So the real question was never whether consultancy survives. It will. It's whether these firms can keep charging what they charge with the headcounts they carry, at the valuation investors gave them. I don't think the industry goes away, but the version of it we know for the last 100 years, that one is already gone. So let me know in the comments, would you still tell a friend or recommend your own kids to go into consultancy or accounting today? Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps me make more videos just like this one. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you in the next one.